He acknowledged the truth of Hyun Mi-young's concerns, but internally, he thought about the potential profitability of such a venture. As the leader of one of the 5 great merchant guilds, Ryu Jiguang was no stranger to strategic thinking. He recognized that the aging population and their inevitable health problems presented a lucrative opportunity if Mujin's treatments could be introduced to the right audience. However, Ryu Jiguang knew that there were deeper, more personal reasons behind his proposal that he wasn't ready to reveal yet. For now, his primary goal was to build a strong relationship with Shaolin, a critical step for his long-term plans. Ryu Jiguang, trying to appeal to Hyun Mi-young's sense of duty, suggested that the clinic's profits could be partially used by Shaolin to help the poor. However, Hyun Mi-young remained cautious, explaining that charging the wealthy for treatments could lead to public criticism of Shaolin, and that it was vital for the temple to maintain trust and integrity. He emphasized that a single misstep could damage the temple's reputation, which had been built over time through sincerity and transparency. As the discussion continued, Mujin, who had been silently observing, grew frustrated with the resistance to what seemed like an obvious solution. He thought to himself about Shaolin's ongoing complaints about a lack of funds and how this opportunity could solve their financial problems. Drawing from his past experience in managing gyms, he felt compelled to intervene. Mujin cleared his throat and spoke up, asking, "May he speak for a moment? From what you've said, the main issue seems to be earning money while only treating the wealthy, right?" Hyun Mi-young confirmed that. Mujin then suggested why not treat both the poor and the wealthy without distinction? Both Hyun Mi-young and Ryu Jiguang were surprised and asked in unison, "Treat both groups? What does he mean?" Mujin explained, "Simply put, if they charge a set fee for treatments, poor people won't be able to afford it, which would decrease demand and make the effort pointless. Instead, why not divide the facilities into 2 businesses? Both of them inquire about it." Mujin elaborated, one facility would be free, while the other would cater to the wealthy. Ryu Jiguang then asked, "Wait, so only the wealthy would pay for the treatments?" However, Hyun Mi-young urged Mujin to continue. Mujin continued, "The wealthy might complain about fairness, questioning why they're the only ones paying. To address this, the free facility could provide treatments on a rotating schedule, focusing on different parts of the body each day. For example, one day could be leg treatments and the next could focus on the pelvis. Meanwhile, the paid facility would offer more comprehensive care, including basic treatments alongside advanced techniques, like combining heat and lightning therapies, which we specialize in. This way, the wealthy would get more advanced care, and the poor would still receive treatment." Mujin reflected to himself, "That's how large gyms operate. They offer cheaper memberships for general gym use while charging additional fees for personal training sessions." Confident in his idea, he said aloud, "Also, he knows merchant leader Ryu will understand this well." Ryu Jiguang tilted his head and thinks with mild surprise, "They could do it that way too, but is this really something a child came up with?" Mujin continued, "The wealthy love to spend on luxury. They'll always prefer expensive tea like Longjing tea over something cheap, even if the difference is minimal. Vanity and pride will definitely come into play." Ryu Jiguang's eyes lit up in agreement. He understands what he is saying, free facilities that can be used by everyone and paid facilities reserved for premier individuals. The wealthy would naturally gravitate toward the paid facilities to satisfy their vanity and pride. Mujin nodded. "Well, isn't that exactly what the wealthy want?" Meanwhile, Hyun Mi-young, the head of the administration hall, listened to the conversation with increasing frustration. His veins visibly pulsed on his bald head as he fumed internally. And then he shouted at Mujin, "How could a disciple of Shaolin openly speak of vanity and using it to earn money?" Seeing Hyun Mi-young's irritation, Mujin confronted him, asking what is he so afraid of? Taken aback, Hyun Mi-young retorted sharply. Mujin calmly explained, "When you suggested using money earned from the wealthy to help the poor, you were afraid people might criticize Shaolin for being obsessed with money. But with this proposal, they can treat the poor while also using the contributions of the wealthy. Is he truly that afraid of what people might say about Shaolin?" Hyun Mi-young gritted his teeth in frustration, snapping, "How dare he insult Shaolin?" Remaining composed, Mujin replied, "He is not insulting Shaolin. Let him clarify something. He says Shaolin's reputation might suffer because they're earning money by catering to the wealthy? Well, you're right. That could happen. He too worry about what people might say. But he is in far greater anguish when they can't help those who truly need it because they are too afraid of criticism." Mujin's tone turned resolute as he continued. "And so what if people don't understand them? What matters more is the truth, that Shaolin is working hard to help the world. That truth is far more important than strict adherence to rules and the fear of baseless judgment." Hyun Mi-young experiences a